Looking good has never been so easy or cheap. From shoes to hats to dresses, you can buy all the latest fashion trends while ballin' on a budget.
This whole outfit would cost me around $60, but what's the real cost of these clothes?
Americans are buying more clothes than ever. This thanks in large part to the fast fashion industry. Fast fashion is like fast food. It's the cheap version of the good stuff sold in huge quantities. And the turnaround is swift. Knockoff runway styles make it to mainstream stores like H&M, Forever 21, and Zara, sometimes as often as once a week. And that outfit probably won't last much longer than a few washes. Ever since fast fashion stores came on the scene in the 90s, clothing prices have actually gone down, even when prices for everything else have gone up. You can thank cheap materials and labor for that. So even though we're buying more, Americans are using only about 3% of their spending budgets on clothing, compared to 10% in 1960.
So what if this cute $8 shirt only lasts me one party? I'll just get something else and throw this away.
But our addiction to cheap clothing has gotten so out of hand that our clothing waste is piling up. Every year, 85% of our clothes and other textiles go into landfills. That's 70 pounds of waste per person. The remaining 15% gets donated or recycled. Even secondhand stores don't know what to do with our leftovers. There's a Salvation Army distribution center in New York City that processes 5 tons of used clothes every single day. There's no way they can sell it all, so they end up shipping half of their stuff overseas. Our reliance on all these new, cheap clothes affects our skies and water, too. Textile dyes make up 1/5 of industrial water pollution, and it's estimated that the apparel industry makes up 10% of the global carbon footprint. And let's not forget how fast fashion affects workers around the world, too. Factory workers in places like China, Bangladesh, and the Philippines often don't make a living wage and are subject to poor and dangerous working conditions. Companies like H&M have said they're committed to changing their environmental and labor practices. They want to be more sustainable, but what's actually sustainable about fast fashion? Not much. In fact, until we as consumers change our habits, we'll be stuck in a revolving door of $5 tank tops and $7 hippie headbands that produce more waste that someone was paid pennies to make. So what's a fashionista to do? Ask yourself if it's worth buying something that you may not wear more than a couple of times. Recycle. There are textile recycling programs that turn your rattiest shirt into pillow stuffing. And buy less, buy used, buy better. Because remember, that crop top might be hella cute and trendy, but what price are you willing to pay for fast fashion?